Okay, the Instant Pot sous vide works great. I mean, I have the Nova sous vide and it works fantastic for bigger giant things, but for small things, just one person or two person, this thing's fantastic. I mean, the degrees is just set right. I set it for 135 degrees, and it's 135 degrees. It has a clock time down. It goes, you can set it for any time you want, but it's naturally 2 hours, 2.5 hours. You can go up or down. It's got it set your temperature. You can set it to anything you want. I set it for 135. That's where I like mine. And at 2.5 hours, I got another 38 minutes to go. But I don't put it on sealing. I put it on venting, and it just sits there with the lid on, and keeps it at that temperature. I've been checking it every half hour or so, and it's absolutely perfect. Um, it's actually perfect. Let me show you this automatic doodad here. Um, oh yeah. Anyway, I had it set for 135 degrees, and it's 134.8. I mean, it's just perfect. And so it's been like that the entire time for the last hour and a half or more, 2 hours. It's been exactly 135 degrees, within a degree or so, half a degree or a quarter of a degree or whatever you want to say, small percentage. So works fantastic. So it's a good, cheap way to get into sous vide. And, I'd say go for it. Instant Pot is, people complain about it, because it's not perfect. But so what? For the price, you cannot beat it for the price. I mean, you don't have to buy anything. You don't have to buy the container. You don't have to buy the thing. It doesn't stir the water, but the water, the whole thing, as I just showed you, is 135 degrees. And let's do it again here. So there it is. I mean, it's like I said, it's freaking damn near perfect. That's where it's been like this for 2 hours, 135 degrees. So, yeah, it may be some small percentage off from someone else, but I set it for 135 degrees, and it's been like that for 2 hours, and just fantastic. So anyway, get your own tester, and so you can test the temperature because you want it to be in your range, and if you happen to have one that goes higher or lower or whatever, then adjust it. Like if it says that 135 on your actual tester, and you have it set for 135, but it's reading 134, well, you can turn it up a degree on yours. Regardless, the point is that for this price, it's fantastic. It comes with the system. You're buying the Instant Pot for all that it does, which is a million things, and you get a sous vide to boot. Come on, man. You can't beat this deal. Anyway, absolutely fantastic. If you have any questions, put them down below, but it's just great. I have a killer steak underneath there. It's a killer ribeye. And I got ribeyes and carrots, and it's just fantastic. It's going to be a great meal. And of course, it has the killer saute function also. So you simply just push that thing. After you dry out, you dumped your water from the sous vide. You dry it out and put in a little bit of oil. And you just saute it on both sides, and it gives you your grill. In case you don't want to put it outside, if you happen to be raining outside like it is in my house right now. I'll just do it indoors right here instead of on the barbecue, and it gives you a nice touch on your steak. I don't know, with so much steam coming out there, I'm sauteing it now. It's going to be hard to show you because I'm assuming it's going to fog up. But anyway, I want to show you. Look, betching. The saute thing works great, and yeah, it's fast. You leave it over a couple seconds, flip it over, and you're back to business. Anyway, fantastic. Before I take it out of there, I want to give you another shot of it. It's on the saute mode, and again, after you're done sous vide, you want to give it a nice grill marks, or just nice grilling on the outside, and it's just fantastic. It's great. Anyway, just like normal when you're doing any kind of steak like that, you want to rest it for about 5 minutes or so. That'll allow the meat, because if you don't rest the meat after, for about 5 minutes or so, what happens is you'll cut it and the juices just flow out of it. But if you let it rest for 5 minutes, it kind of like sticks to the meat. So you're keeping the juices in the meat instead of letting them freely flow out. That's just the way it works anyway. So the point is let it rest for a few minutes, but it looks gorgeous. And yeah, real happy with it. I guess I'm about to invest myself in a plate that I can cut with now that I'm doing steaks. Well, plan B. All right. If you have any questions, put them down below. Okay, so there she goes. Looks perfect to me. I mean, just like I said, it was 135 for 2 hours, and it's just exactly right. So do it according to your preference, but that's mine. Looks perfect.